So I'm almost positive. Well, I guess it's I'm not I'm pretty sure that this is kind of follow up to my last one, that the Garden of Eden was in the northern part of Greenland. I'm going to further that up. I'm also going to say that I would imagine that maybe Trump, there may be some rights to Greenland. So Greenland was initially, the first inhabitants were Eskimos, really. But then for a long, long time, it was the Norse. Donald Trump is Norse. He's Norse and Scott. And what's interesting when I was looking at Greenland is that on the opposite, so let me show a map first. Okay, so see, let me move over here. See, we're like right here. That very tip, that's where they got those DNA samples that I just did in my last video. It's the oldest DNA samples for any plant or planet life. And they say that a million years ago, or 2 million years ago, that there was rich life that was there. Okay, so first of all, let me say this from the onset. Whenever they say that 2 million years ago, I write it off. It just, my gut tells me no, that's, and I know, I get people are going to believe the science. No, the science says that the rock and the stratosphere say, yeah, and all I think is what Jesus said, the whole world lies with the wicked one. Okay, so the science can say whatever they want. I don't buy that. I buy that what they're saying about Greenland, about that it was once a paradise there. Okay, but and life and all of that. But I do not believe for a minute that any of the earth, now the earth has not been here that long. But again, that's a great way to get people to think, well, then it messes up the whole Bible thing. Well, that's what they want to do. Again, God said the whole world lies with the evil one. So I'm not trying to say the people that say that are evil. They just believe, if the whole world lies with the evil one's controlled everything. Okay? Even everything you learn about the stratospheres of rocks and ice. And so anyway, so that, what I'll get to is up here, the northern part. And you notice something here. Look, see where Russia is? This is the Arctic Circle. And I'm telling you, what everybody's fighting for here is because of what that's about. Yeah. I believe so. But I believe that Donald Trump likely has the most rights to it because of this. So on the very opposite end of Greenland, the south end, so the bottom end, this is an old Viking church, what's left of it, okay? And when I saw this, it reminded me of the Trumpin Church in Scotland, in the Hebrides. Yeah, there's a Trumpin Church. I've done many videos about it. Did so much research into all of it. Never could find out why it was named Trumpin. Have no idea. There's a whole history on it. The McDonald's and McLeods were always going at each other, and they burnt a bunch of McLeods because this was the Trumpin Church was the McLeod's church. So this is the Trumpin Church. This one's Greenland, and it was an old Viking church. This is Scotland in the Hebrides. This is the Trumpin Church, what's left of it. They look very similar, right? Yeah, well, because the ones that built the other one I just showed that was in Greenland, that was Scottish Norsemen. Yeah, they were stonemasons. That's what they were. They were stonemasons. So that's why the churches look alike. So Donald Trump has lineage to both this, to the Scots and to the Norse. Donald Trump, for every native Icelander, Donald Trump is related in a small genetic way to every native Icelander, okay? He goes back to the Norse. He's royalty on both sides of his family. I think that when he says about Greenland, I don't think he's going to go to war over it. I just think that he likely, because the Norse people, after the Eskimos, the Norse people were, for a long time, like 500 years, had inhabited Greenland. So this is another picture of the Viking church in Greenland. This is all the southern part of Greenland, which is considered a paradise, actually. I mean, I'll show in a minute. I don't want to, I'm jumping around because I'm tired. But anyway, so the stonemasons built the Scotland one and this one. And the ones that built this were Norse Scotsmen. That would have been Trump, so probably MacLeod's maybe. Or maybe, I don't know about MacLeod's because I'm not saying they have Norse in them. But Trump does. So just what I'm trying to say is that if it comes down to who landed on the land or, has the most rights to it, Trump may have the most rights. I'm just guessing at that. Just guessing. Because of who was there first. And I don't want to read all of this, but basically you could see here, it is believed to have been built by Scots-Norse stonemasons, owing to its similarity to other churches in the Orkney Islands and Norway. So again, Donald Trump is royalty in Norway, Iceland, Denmark, Scotland, and at this point we might as well just throw Greenland on there. I'm pretty sure. He is in Germany as well. And again, every native Icelander has a piece, they're related to Donald Trump, okay? So that's his lineage goes back to the Vikings, okay? And the Vikings, when they lived in Greenland, they weren't pillagers and what their reputation is. They were farmers. So they kind of just disappeared. There's not a lot known about what happened. So this was all the southern end of Greenland. Greenland's Paradise Valley. This is the southern part of Greenland, okay? So this isn't where they found, I'll get to the where they found those DNA samples in a minute. I'll go back to that. But yeah, so it's a paradise. I mean, it is, Greenland's beautiful. So, but, so just pointing that out. Coincidences. Now, back to this, okay? The oldest DNA, okay, and this is in the northern part of at the top of Greenland. The oldest DNA sheds light on a 2 million year old, no, it's not, the Earth is not that old, ecosystem that has no modern parallel. A core of ice age sediment from northern Greenland has revealed the now largely lifeless polar region was once home to a rich plant and animal life. So that point, where I pointed to in Greenland, it's this Cap Copenhagen. I'm not even, I'm sure I'm messing that up. But today, that part of Greenland is in the northern extremities, sticking out into the Arctic Ocean at the end of Independence Forged. Like much of the island, it is covered in snow and ice, but beneath the surface, it is very different. The study's other lead author, Professor Willersleeve, describes the site as a polar Sahara. There is almost no life of any significance here now, but 2 million, no, thousands of years, not 2 million. I guarantee you someday that I'll be proven right about that. But years ago, it would have been a forest teeming with life surrounding a river running into the bay. What appears to be piles of icy debris known, I can't read the rest, but you can see it because I can't see it because of the recording. So God says he sits above the circle of the earth, okay? Well, the Arctic Circle is the circle, okay? It is. It's the top of the earth. The Arctic is one of the Earth's greatest unspoiled wildernesses, and everyone knows that at its center is the North Pole. It is bound by an imaginary line known as the Arctic Circle. And look at what just happened to be. Yeah, this kind of stuff that shocks the science. They should realize this is why God handles the climate. It would be good if science could realize that, but it'll never happen. The last flower at the top of the world and the perilous journey to reach it. Scientists journey to a stretch of gravel off the coast of Greenland, the farthest north you can go and still walk on it. These photos show what they found. Yeah, flowers in some areas. And they were just like, how is this happening without us, the science? Well, because the creator that created all of it, he provides for them. Yeah, it would be good if you could remember that, but I know you won't. So I believe the Garden of Eden, northern Greenland.